Took me a couple minutes to get up here. It's a pretty emotional locker room right now with some of those seniors, and really excited as a program to be 1-0 again. Really pleased with the effort the team put forth this evening. Probably the most complete game we played all year, offense, defense, and special teams. Really happy for this group of seniors that they get an opportunity, first to continue not a streak but a tradition of sorts, the 8th bowl game in 9 years that we'll be able to participate in. You look around the country after this weekend, and there's a lot of teams that started the season wanting to compete in a bowl game and won't have the opportunity to do that, and we'll be one of the teams that will. And all of that culminated with a call from the Yankees that we're really excited about to play in the Pinstripe Bowl this year against a really fine program in Notre Dame. But before I open up for questions, let me just one more time compliment Coach Taggart and his staff. And I know that their record is not what they want it to be, but you can certainly see as they've gone through their season how he's trying to instill what his program will be down there at South Florida, and I have no doubt that they'll have success as he continues to do that. And I think he's done an excellent job down there. Questions?
Kyle, had you told the team beforehand that the possibility of the Pinstripe Bowl in Notre Dame was out there, or was that something you say for after?
It's not really. They know what the possibilities are. I don't know that you can keep yourself from knowing that. It's really not something that I talk to the team about.
Who called you? Which representative from the team called you tonight?
I'll leave that up to them to talk about. I don't want to break any of their chain of command in terms of how we found out. But we're really excited to go back to Yankee Stadium again and play.
Kyle, your initial thoughts on play? On that. Obviously Notre Dame is a brand name. You guys, obviously around here, a big brand name. Your initial thoughts on just the attractiveness of that matchup? I
think it's a really attractive matchup. I think it's a very attractive matchup for our fan base. It'll certainly be an attractive matchup for their fan base, and I think it'll be attractive maybe to just the casual college sports fan that wants to see an event and to get an opportunity to go watch a football game in Yankee Stadium, one of the premier venues in the world. I think it'll be a really excited crowd on the 28th of December.
Kyle, given the way the team has struggled so much recently, was this as much relief as it was satisfaction over a well-played game?
I think for the players, it's always about satisfaction, jubilation, excitement. I think for coaches, wins are always more relief than they are excitement. For us as coaches, we always move on to the next game. It's always about moving on to the next game. And for us, with the win, there's a next game. So now we move on to that. We're going to enjoy it tonight as a program, and then tomorrow we'll get back to work because we've got players that have to get ready for final exams. We've got a bowl schedule that we got to put into place, and we've got recruiting that needs to be done.
How emotional was this game for you before and afterward?
I'm pretty good at avoiding the emotion beforehand. It's now I've done this twice where you stand out there and you watch the seniors run out to you and shake your hand and hug you. And to see a guy like Isaac Holmes is probably a great example because I was Ike's recruiter. When he was at Hoboken High School, and I remember going to the school to see him and then sitting in his house and talking to his dad. And that brings up, when you watch him run out of the tunnel for the last time, that brings a lot of thoughts into your head. But you have to put the emotion aside until after the game because it ultimately you're out there to be 1-0 and to win a football game. But I did get a chance to see Ike afterwards, and that becomes a very emotional moment.
Kyle, did the quick start kind of settle the team down at all or anything? Was that needed?
I think anytime you can start well, it helps you. I don't know that there's a team in the country that wouldn't rather play from the lead.
How do you think things clicked defensively tonight compared to the last few games? What clicked tonight?
Well, we knew they were going to try and run the football, and they're determined to do that. And 20 rushes, 10 yards. Some of that is the negative yards in college football that come off for things like sacks. But I'm looking at it here, and it looks like they only gained 23 yards with Sean Tice. So I think it's a tremendous effort. And any time we can stop the run like that, it always gives you a chance to play great defense. Now, we've had other games this year where we've done that, and we've struggled a little bit more than we did today in pass defense. So, we were fortunate. Even the couple sustained drives that they had, we were able to hold them to field goals in the red zone.
Kyle, there's been a lot of talk about your job security going to the game. Any concern right now?
It's really not something that I even think about. It's not, for me, right now. We've concluded our second season. We're going to our second straight bowl. We've got a very young football team. It's an exciting team to watch, even though the results aren't always the results to be excited about. So it's really not. It's not anything that anybody's ever spoken to me about. So it's really nothing I even think about.
Kyle.
Coach, with PJ's injury concerns the past couple of days, what made you confident giving him the amount of carries he had today?
Just watching him run. I thought as the week went on, he got stronger, and it's a little bit of an advantage to have a few more hours to get ready for the game. Being that it was a 7:30 p.m. game, and then you just watch him early in the game. And as good as a player looks in practice, it's been my experience they always look better on game day because of the adrenaline factor. And I thought that would be a factor tonight, and I was excited that PJ was able to come through the game. And I think he came through the game pretty healthy.
Talk about Chase's performance.
Yeah, I think Chase, let me see, with the 19 of 24 in the game. Let's make sure I got that accurate. Yeah, 19 of 24, 2 touchdowns. I thought he made some good decisions. I thought there were a couple of read plays in the run game I don't know if he made great decisions on, but there were others that he did, and they produced some big plays for us. So that's a part of the offense I think that now we have some more practice time to hopefully get a little bit better at. I thought he made good decisions. He threw the one interception that kind of got taken away because of the roughing the passer penalty. So we'll have to look at that and see why he did what he did, or if maybe the roughing the passer had an effect on the throw itself. I'm not sure. I didn't have a great look at it. But I think overall I thought he made good decisions. His completion percentage is high, and he did a pretty good job protecting the ball.
Kyle, in the past with Chase and also last week, he sometimes held onto the ball a little too long. And with this game, him completing all these quick, short passes, what kind of progress have you seen in his decision-making?
I think he's been a good decision-maker in the last 2 games. I think he's triggering the ball for the most part on time. They did sack us twice. This is one of the more talented fronts we saw all year. There's no doubt about that. They got some very good people in that front seven that are not easy to block. So, but I do think overall he's done a good job of triggering the ball on time to the right people.
Kyle, I know you don't believe in week-to-week momentum in football, but you've said the last couple of weeks that the team was frustrated. Do you hope that this result and the attractive bowl matchup takes away some of the frustrations for the team and the fans?
Well, I can't speak for the fans. I hope the fans enjoyed the game tonight. That's what I hope. I would be remiss if I didn't compliment our band. I looked up. I think it was the middle of the third quarter, and our band was playing and moving back and forth and dancing and all that, and it just kind of caught my eye. And I said, "Wow, that's great." They had so much energy, and to the students and the fans that came today, I thank them. I thank them for coming. I appreciate the fact that they came out to send this senior class off the right way. And I hope they enjoyed it. I hope all our fans, whether they were in the stadium or not, enjoyed the game today, because it was a great effort by our football team.
Got time for 2 more?
How important is it to be bowl eligible just from a developmental standpoint, the practices you go?
I think it's an advantage. It'd be hard. If we weren't, you would never say that you have to find a way to make that schedule work for you. But I think there's an advantage to being bowl eligible. It gives us an opportunity now, even though we'll have one less week of it because we played this weekend, whereas most teams didn't unless they were in a conference championship game. But it'll give us an opportunity to go out there and practice more and give us a chance to heal up some of our older players, and some of our younger players, give them a chance to play within our system and give them a little bit of a jump start on the spring. Thank you.